Hey guys, and welcome back to another Manchester United career mode on Football Manager Mobile 2020. So where we left off, we had 3-1-0 results against AIK in the Europa League, and then a 1-0 win against Aston Villa at home in the Premier League. And then following up from that, it was another 1-0 win against Wolves in the Carabao Cup. So now we're ready to head back into some Premier League action and into some Europa League action against PSV Eindhoven, and then we're heading back to Tottenham and Everton, two big top six teams we're going to be having to verse in this episode. So let's see how it goes. So far, so good. We are currently, let me see, yeah, still a bit off the pace of the top four, but we do have one game in hand. So if we manage to get a win here, it could see us go up to 17 points, and that would put us, I think, that would put us 4 points behind Manchester City. So it's not too bad looking at it in the big picture, but so far we are still quite a few points off that top. And Leicester are doing very, very well. However, us and Manchester City are the only team in the Premier League so far not to lose a game. And not to mention, we have the least goals conceded out of all teams in the Premier League. So that's good to see. It certainly shows we have a good and confident defensive lineup. We're now going to be versing Bournemouth. And now we need to change the lineup back to how it was before. We're going to put Martial back in for Pereira, Rashford for Greenwood. Let's see who's on the reserves. Pogba is still injured. He should be available for the next game. Yes, just a few days. So he's going to be definitely available for that PSV Eindhoven game, hopefully, which I think would be his first Europa League game. We got McTominay here as well. Fred's not been doing too well. I've mostly been getting 6 and 7s, whereas McTominay has been getting a couple. I mean, like 1-8. So let's put McTominay this time for. Actually, let's see how Gomez has been performing. A lot of 6s, to be honest. So I think what we're gonna do is wait. Did we play Pereira or Gomez this whole time? Yeah, it's been Gomez this whole time. So I think we're gonna put in McTominay in that position, see how he does, and I think we're good to go, guys. We've got Draxler. Let's see Draxler's record so far. He's got 5 assists in 7 games. No goals yet for the German international, but hopefully that will change pretty soon. Who do we have here? Who did I want to put? Maguire is injured, guys. He's been getting literally 7s and 8s, which is good to see. He's going to be back in 2 weeks, so I think we're ready to bring in Bailey, sorry, I'm not sure how you say it. We're ready to bring Bailey for Tuanzebe. And I think we're good to go, guys. We've got James here. And let's head into this game. We come on the back of the foot of 3 consecutive wins. It's actually probably more than that, but from as far as I can remember, we had 3 wins in our last 3 games. And we're ready to go, guys. Let's head straight into it. So Bournemouth get the first half underway. We are at their own stadium, and the match engine is a bit laggy again. It's settling in though. It's okay now. McTominay, good dispossession, but he was fouled. So good play so far from McTominay to dispossess the player. Here's Fred though. Potentially our first attack chance. Here's Rashford. Good to get past his attacker. Martial to Rashford, tried to squeeze in a shot, and it gets deflected. Wan-Bissaka impedes Fraser, and that's a free kick to Bournemouth. 22 minutes in and nothing concrete so far. A good out pass from Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka needs to recover his position. Here's Foster. He might go all the way. He is. Good save from De Gea. Our class keeper keeps us in the game. Potentially a good pass to... No, it's not a good pass to Martial. It's too much power, actually. Not just a bit. 40 minutes in, guys. Rashford has an excellent chance to score just from outside the box. Let's see if he's going to cross it in or if he's going to go straight for the shot. He goes straight for the shot, guys. What a goal. 11th goal of the season. And that's probably his 9th or 10th goal in the Premier League. So far, so good, guys. We are 1-0 up just before half time. And it was a good chance as well. A good free kick. Nicely taken by the youngster. Okay, approaching half time. And I think we can maintain this lead for the remaining seconds. Okay, guys, half time. So far, so good. We're having less possession, sorry, but we have more shots, which shows we are more efficient. Team rating is a bit balanced. We've got less overall team rating score than Bournemouth. We're on a 6.4, they're on a 6.5. But the scoreline is in our favour so far. We need to keep focus for the second half. It's going to be a crucial win in the title deciding campaign. Here's Ramsdale. Wan-Bissaka gets the ball back. Nice. I thought it was a foul. Here's a free kick for Wan-Bissaka. Rashford is a bit too deep. He needs to go up front a bit. And okay, Pereira from Bournemouth is cautioned by the referee. No yellow card. Here's Lindelof to Bailey to Fred to Rashford. It's a good save though. Maybe it would have been better if Rashford had actually crossed in the ball, but he tried to go for a shot in a quite awkward and tight angle. And he at least got a save out of the keeper. And we're still pushing for that second goal, which is nice to see. We're not really falling on the back foot, allowing pressure to overcome us. Don't want to be conceding at this time in the game, let alone later on. 68 minutes gone. "78 minutes, guys. I think we're ready to make our changes for the game. Let's see who's not been performing as well or who would do well with a rest for the rest of the game. Okay, here we go. So I think it's fair to say we're going to bring Daniel James in for Draxler, who's not been playing too particularly well. He's been on a 6, and Martial's also been on a 6. So let's try bringing Mason Greenwood, and that's the 2 subs out of the 3 which we are allowed. We're going to save the last one for maybe for the injury time or in case we have any injured players later on. If we win this 1-0, this will literally be our 4th consecutive game which we win 1-0. Lots of positives, a few negatives from that. I mean, positives obviously keeping clean sheets in our last 4 games and winning our last 4 games. Downside is always a second yellow card for the Bournemouth midfielder. He gets a second yellow card and that's him off into the tunnels. And Bournemouth have it all to do now with 10 players on the pitch. But as I was saying earlier, some of the negatives shows that we are perhaps not as efficient as we should be or effective in front of goal, just barely scoring the minimum to win the game. And also negative is we are very vulnerable at 1-0 to draw the game at any moment or even lose the game very late on. So we need to be careful and hopefully get our inside forwards a bit more involved into the game. Here's Pereira though, he's going to get a yellow. I'm not sure if that's our Pereira or their Pereira. I don't think we're fielding any Pereiras at this time. I think they're all on the bench. Here's Greenwood though, tries to get on the end of it. Here's Wan-Bissaka to James, the newly subbed player. Let's see what he can show us. And does well to get past his opponent, but the full-time whistle does ring in the stadium and we have another 1-0 win, an away win, a good win, and a crucial win for the title race. We're going to check out in just a minute where that puts us in the table. That does, I think, bring us up to third. Sorry, we were in 4th maybe perhaps. But as I was saying, we are now only 4 points away from that top spot. Leicester keeping the pressure on Manchester City as well. They're only 1 point ahead of us, and Chelsea only 1 point behind us. And now we take a breather from the Premier League for a bit, and now we head over to the Europa League away against PSV Eindhoven, a very good Dutch team if I'm not mistaken. Let me just see something. Okay, so in an interview in the national press, Marcus Rashford paid tribute to us as manager, stating that we are the main reason behind his impressive displays last month. So he's complying very well with us as manager, listening to our instructions. It's not always easy for players to get new managers and apply their tactics from the get-go, but it seems to be working with Marcus Rashford, and it's not too much change with him. I mean, he's a striker. He's got to score goals. He's got to maybe hold up play sometimes. So nothing different to maybe what other managers may have been offering, unless he was maybe played in like central mid or attacking as an attacking forward or a winger. Maybe that would have required him to adapt a bit more. Pogba, I thought he was going to be ready for this Europa League game, but it seems not. He is 1 day away from full recovery, hopefully, so he's going to have to miss yet another match. We surely do miss him in that midfield. I mean, we haven't been losing games without him, but at the same time, it feels like the creativity in that midfield is not really there. I mean, McTominay is a young player who's still learning. Fred still feels like he hasn't settled in too much in the Premier League. He's not been used so much last term by Mourinho. And Matic is just doing his job as a defensive midfielder. You can't expect too many over the top and amazing passes to the attackers or even the striker to create chances. So it feels like we do need a bit of a midfield overhaul in January. I mean, we do have Bruno Fernandes coming in, and as one of my fellow YouTubers in the comments fairly pointed out in my last video, I think in part 3 maybe of this series, is that the midfield, everything is perfect except for the midfield. It's that Fred and I think I was being suggested to use McTominay more, which I'm doing. But Fred still feels like he's not really been integrated as well. But we are getting wins with him in the squad, so that definitely shows that he's doing something right. Anyway, guys, who can we bring in this time? I think we're going to bring in Dalit for Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka's doing very well. He's been getting 8s and 7s, and he's also contributed with 2 assists so far. And Mason Greenwood not doing too bad. He's got 2 goals in his last 5 games, which is really good to see the youngster getting in the score sheet. Lingard, he's not even been getting used. Perhaps we should use him. So we're gonna put him. You know what? Why not? Let's put on. Hold on. Let's bring on Lingard for Gomez. I was gonna put him for McTominay, but I want to keep McTominay. Try to get him established in the squad. Tuanzebe. Well, let's put on Tuanzebe for Bailey. And I think we are good to go, guys. Can't take these matches too lightly, even though they're against lesser opponents from leagues with less reputation and maybe less intensity. As we all know, the Premier League is probably the most physical league out there, which is why a lot of players struggle to cope, especially coming from abroad. Has been many cases. But anyway, let's get this first half started. Dodgy pass to Martial, but they managed to pick up the ball. It's Martial though, and Rashford, he manages to either shoot or get the ball with his head. I'm not sure which one it was, but it did go over. That's the point I'm trying to make from quite close. A bit disappointing for the youngster, but he's in good form. We can't fault him. And he nearly provides an assist. Whoever was that, I think number 11, I'm not sure who that is, but the goalkeeper did very well to keep that out. Here's Dalit. Lindelof, and it is... Okay, so Matic commits a foul in PSV's box. And here's a corner kick for PSV though. Need to be careful here. Martial. McTominay probably just did just enough to put off that defender from trying to get a good shot on. And it does go way over. Rashford though, he gets a free kick. And nothing much to report in these early stages of the first half. I mean, Rashford did have a good chance. 2 chances actually. One to score and then the other one to assist. So I'm not doing too bad. Here's PSV again though, threatening to try to take the lead before half time, which would be a really buzzkill for us. Dalit commits a foul on the wing. Yeah, another chance for PSV. Probably going to be the last action of the game, is it? Good defending. Not sure who that was. But that was good defending. Could have easily gone to one of the PSV players and that maybe would have had them score a goal. Oh, good save from De Gea. PSV threatening to take the lead late in the first half. Here's Rashford though. We don't have much time. The whistle is about to go. Alright guys, half time so far. We're dominating in terms of possession. Team rating scores are equal between the two teams, both on 6.5 out of 10. And the shots do go to us. We got 8 shots. Perhaps not the best shot efficiency ratio. We've only got 2 shots from those 8 on target. Anyway, we got a squad full of confidence, and we are ready to go into the second half with the mentality to really win this game and hopefully put more pressure on this PSV team than we did in that first half. 55 minutes gone. Here's Rashford going to take a free kick quite deep in. See what he can do. Here's Lindelof. What a goal from Lindelof. Can't believe that. Out of all players I thought the ball would have dropped to, I did not expect Lindelof. And even if I did expect Lindelof, I would have expected him to find a solution to someone who's a bit more attacking positioned and a bit more of an attacking phase. But he does go for the shot, and good for him. He scores. I'm not sure if that's his first goal of the season or not, but most definitely his first goal in the Europa League, and a very crucial goal indeed. I do feel like we should be winning by bigger margins, especially in the last game against AIK, but we'll take it one step at a time, and we will see what we can do for the remainder of these 20 minutes or so. Let's make some substitutions, guys. About 13 minutes left, plus added time. We have still a lot of work to do to maintain this lead. There's going to be now pressure on us more than ever in this game to maintain a lead, rather than the pressure when it was 0-0. I think both teams were quite comfortable at 0-0. And now, okay, Rashford is on a 6, so let's put Greenwood in for him. And then let's put Lingard on for McTominay. And hopefully these 2 substitutions can bring something different to this game. Just to note, this is Lingard, sorry. This is Lingard's first game of the season coming off the bench. I've been getting a request to offload him. He's not a very good player, which I have tried to do. No offense to him. Here's Greenwood. If he would have got that goal, that would have been another goal to his tally. That would have been his 3rd of the season. But as I was saying, I tried to offload here's Matic, Greenwood. Greenwood! Yes! 3rd goal of the season. This is surely a better goal than what it would have been if he scored that other chance, which the keeper saved. Nevertheless, 2-0, guys. Game over. And a good, solid performance. And another goal for the youngster, who's in good form. He's more of a super sub right now. He's been scoring good goals off the bench. But as I was saying earlier, before I got cut off by that amazing goal again, I tried to offload Lingard, but obviously he rejected the contract from the team. What a goal for PSV. It's Mitroglou, the former Fulham striker. I didn't know he played for PSV, but a bit of pressure on us in these last few minutes. Not going to complain too much about that goal. I mean, it was coming. It was 2-0. PSV have been pressing all game with no success, and they do manage to get their goal. So I'm not surprised. Here's Matic, though, to Greenwood, and it's a free kick for PSV. And I think perhaps this will be the last chance of the game. Lindelof, Lingard, not very good defensive phase, and Mitroglou nearly gets a draw in these final few minutes. Very sloppy from Lingard. He does no effort whatsoever, especially when he knows we have a lead to protect in the remaining seconds. It's not even a difference of 10 minutes. It's literally a difference of seconds. He's just got to do that one defensive phase, and that closes the game comfortably. But instead, he doesn't do anything, and that nearly cost us the game. And what a match it would have been for Mitroglou to get a good point for PSV in that final minute. But we got a bit lucky there. We got De Gea to thank. He's been very solid this season in comparison to how he's been playing in real life for Manchester United. He's had a bit of a few debatable performances, especially with the team not doing so well in general. But anyway, now we're going to be versing Tottenham, guys. A very, very big game. And I'm pleased to say we do have Pogba back. Yes, we do. McTominay, unfortunately, he's going to have to come off. But I think we'll put him on for Fred. Why not? Put him on for Fred, and then Fred's going to come on for Lingard. Maguire still a bit away from recovery. So we're going to put Bailey in for Tuanzebe. Wan-Bissaka on for Dalit. Dalit didn't play too bad. He's on how many games? He's on 3 games now so far. He's still a young player. He's 20 years old, so we're going to take it one step at a time. Greenwood, very, very happy with him. 6 games, 3 goals. And Gomez. Mata has been playing. I think we're good to go, guys. Draxler has been a bit quiet. Let me see his fit. Yeah, he's still on 5 assists in 9 games. The German is still yet to score. Tottenham, we come back off 5 wins in a row. Tottenham have had, I think, 2 losses in the last 5 games. So we certainly hold a bigger record. And a very, very offensive formation from Tottenham, as I would expect, though. There's nowhere else really you can play Eriksen except for that attacking mid position just behind the striker, as obviously his main role is to supply the striker, and we all know he's got the creativity to make his own chances and score. We're a bit more defensive. We've got Pogba, McTominay in that midfield, and Matic. Matic has a last line of defense before the strikers or players actually reach that defensive lineup. And obviously we've got the Martial and Draxler partnership on the wings, and the mighty Rashford coming up against the mighty Kane. Let's see who's going to prevail in this game. And we get the first half started. Very pressing tactic from Tottenham early on. I just saw the way Son was chasing that ball right from the kickoff. I think we're in for a difficult game. Here's Rashford though to Pogba. Oh my days, Rashford gets a goal. Let's check for VAR before we start celebrating and opening bottles of champagnes. I think it stands, no VAR intervention. And what a start for us. Rashford again, Pogba as he comes on in his first game since his injury. A penalty's been awarded, guys. It doesn't go to VAR because the referee is very, very confident in his own judgment that he does point to the spot. Here's Pogba though. He scores! Pogba's first goal back from injury, his 3rd goal of the season, and what a game he's having. He's been providing what we've been missing in these final few games while he's been injured. Just that creativity, as we saw with that Martial goal. His Ndombele, his Draxler though, we got a good chance to counter. Is he going to get past his man? Not the best of passes to Rashford, but he did try. Kane pushes Bailey, and we can relax now. 2-goal lead before half-time, guys. Who would have thought that? Here's Harry Kane though, Dyer, Eriksen, Sissoko. Good ball in on the wing to Son. And Bailey coming in for Maguire is doing very well. Good defensive header. You can't afford to have Kane get those chances. You got to be very defensive, solidly defensively. And a good block from the first man in the corner. 2-0, guys. What a surprise. Not to say that my team are not capable of it, but just against a big top 6 team like that and so early on 2-0. I was a bit surprised. A free kick for us, guys, and I think that's the last chance of this first half. Again, Pogba, massive shout out to him and Rashford. Good combination, and very good game so far. Considering we only have 39 possession, they have 61. We are the scoreline is perhaps a bit misleading. If you guys look at the shots as well, they have 8 shots, only 2 on target. We've got only 2, and we've scored from those 2. So talk about efficiency. There you have it. 2 shots, 2 scored so far. Here's Luke Shaw. Tries to get on his man. A very sloppy ball from Tottenham, and it is our goal kick. Here's Shaw down the left-hand side. Here's Martial, though. I haven't seen much of him in these last few games. Here's Pogba, Rashford, and it's a corner. Yet again, Pogba and Rashford trying to do some combinations and trying to further put us in the lead. Here's Wan-Bissaka though. Shaw gets it. Okay, so we do concede a free kick. Luke Shaw, it was perhaps a more tactical foul. We couldn't really let them get the ball in that position, especially with most of our defenders committed in that corner. Paul Pogba, oh my days, he's injured again. What is going on? I think we're going to have to put Fred in, guys. And we are going to put him as a deep line playmaker. I'm trying to pull everyone back. Just stay a bit defensive. We've got a very healthy 2-goal lead to preserve, to save. So hopefully these tactics are the right ones going forward. 67 minutes played, guys. Tottenham have a lot of work to do, but it's not impossible, that's for sure. Here's Ndombele, here's Harry Kane, and yet again a world-class save from De Gea, but we do concede the ball again very, very early. Bailey, what a composure to handle that ball like that. And here we get on the attack again. Sorry, here's Luke Shaw to Martial, And Martial, okay, there's VAR. Apparently, Martial was fouled. A penalty is given, guys. Another penalty. And I forgot to take Rashford off penalty duties. But hopefully he can prove me wrong here to keep him, giving him these penalty situations. And he does score, guys. 3-0. Martial brings a bit of life into the game as well. He does a bit of dribbling in that box. Whether that was inside the box or not, I don't know. But VAR, which are in charge of giving a certain result and certain decision to these uncertainties during the game, they said it was a penalty, so we have to trust that. Here's Martial again, though. Does very well to skip past his opponents, and Rashford goes for that hat-trick. Nearly gets it. Lindelof to back to the keeper. Very good. Trying to calm the game out. But they do get the ball back, however. What a game we're having, guys. 3-0. Who would have thought 3-0 Old Trafford? But this is how it is right now, and it's Sissoko with the goal back for Tottenham. A glimpse of hope, perhaps, for Tottenham. We'll have to see. I think we're ready to make some changes, just for the sake of wasting time, as every manager likes to do in these closing minutes, and just for the sake of bringing on some youngsters to try just calm the game out. So I think we're ready to bring in. Matic is injured, guys. Not injured, but he's on the cusp of being injured. So what we are gonna have to do is bring Pereira on. Let's do that. And also bring Daniel James for Draxler. Drax has been a bit quiet this game. And why not? Actually, no, we have the max subs because we already made the change with Pogba early on. I forgot about that. 2 minutes of added time, guys. Well, 1 minute now. That was quite quick. Here's Kane. Kane gets a shot on. And it's the full time, guys. Rashford very well. Pogba very well. But we have to wait for the physio to give us the final verdict on whether Pogba's injury is serious. Hopefully it's not too bad. Okay, I think it was just a knock in the game itself. He was able to recover because I'm not seeing anything. Okay, hold on. Eligibility, yes, he's not actually injured, but his fitness is low. And now we're gonna play our final game of this episode. We've got 8 days to our next game, so that's plenty of time for Pogba to recuperate his fitness. So a radio commentator has reported that Phil Jones is out of favour and will want to move away from Man United if he is to stay in contention for a place in the England squad. So we're going to have to say he's likely to leave the club. He's not really the main player on my agenda to be leading that defence. I think we have already established that Lindelof and Maguire are doing very well. And now obviously Bailey is providing a bit of competition for Maguire while he's out and injured. He's been putting in some good performances in Maguire's absence. So it's nice to have healthy competition in this squad. But it can also be a headache sometimes when you've got two good players performing well and fighting for the same spot, which is why in kind of a way I'm glad I don't really have a fully established backup striker for Rashford, because I'm seeing Rashford perform really well. Had I had another striker also performing well, it would have been a pain choosing when and where in the game I will make the subs and give each player time. So I'm happy with how the squad is evolving and with the options I have so far. Of course, that midfield could be developed, but I like the way McTominay is playing. He's showing to be a really good player and a potential star in the squad. He's got good maturity though, coming in the squad and then winning against Tottenham 3-1. So it's really good. Pogba, he has regained his full fitness, and we are ready to get straight into the game, guys. Let's see what we can do against another top 6 team in Everton. Okay, guys, yet again another offensive formation from Everton. Hopefully we can replicate our match against Everton as we did against Tottenham. We get a free kick early on in the first minute. Here's Bailey, going to take it from the halfway line. Here's the corner, or no, it's a free kick. Who's going to be taking it? Wan-Bissaka, sorry. Who's there to meet it? Draxler gets on the end of it. It gets deflected Lindelof to Pogba. Pogba hits the post. What a shot from Pogba. Doing very, very well, the French midfielder. Unlucky, hit the post though. It could have been a magnificent goal. What a pass to Rashford, but the highlight disappears. Approaching half time, no goal yet, but we are showing good signs. We don't have more possessions. Oh, Luke Shaw's injured. That's not good. Dalot's gonna have to come in and put in a good performance, hopefully. But we do have all the shots. We've got 4 shots, 1 on target, which is, I'm not sure who actually got a shot on target, because Pogba's technically isn't on target if it hit the post. If it was a save or if it wasn't the goal space, then I think that counts as a shot on target. Final few seconds though, guys. 0-0. As it stands, the points will be shared at Goodison Park. Hopefully we can put in a good performance. Not that we've been putting in a bad performance, it's just that it's just been a silent performance in terms of the chances we've been having. He's Dalot though. He's got a big role to fill instead of Luke Shaw. Draxler heads it, and it's gone out for a Everton throw-in. Everton have a player injured as well in the 56th minute. 71 minutes gone though, guys. I think we're ready to make a sub, at least one, before it gets a bit too late in the game for a sub to actually influence the game a lot. So let's see who we have here. I think we're going to be bringing on Greenwood for Rashford. Sorry, Rashford, he's been on top form, but he's not been performing that well this game. So we'll see how Greenwood does for the remainder of the 15 minutes or so. Oh, 93rd minute. I was going to make another sub, but that time went really quick. I didn't have a chance to press the tactic. Here's Greenwood to Martial to Draxler. Draxler still can't get that first goal for the club. What a chance Draxler had. Another, perhaps not disappointing game, but a very quiet game from him. And the Martial as well. Damn, that could have been a good result though, guys. And our winning run ends here. So let's just take a look back. Also, Shaw is injured for 3 weeks, so that's a bummer. But let's see where it all started. The winning streak started against Sheffield United. So we had a 2-0 win against Sheffield United. Clean sheet. Brighton, 3-0, clean sheet. Newcastle, 3-0, clean sheet. AIK, sorry, 1-0, clean sheet. Aston Villa, 1-0, clean sheet. Wolves, 1-0 win, clean sheet. Bournemouth, 1-0 win, clean sheet. And then a PSV 2-1 win, no clean sheet there. And Tottenham, a very good 3-1 win, no clean sheet there. So, in total, let me just sum that up for you guys. That was a winning run of about 9-game winning run. So that's quite good. Let's see where that puts us in the table. It does actually put us further back from that top spot, where we do overlap Leicester in terms of goal difference just by 1. But Man City is now 6 points out of reach in comparison to how they were only 4 before we went into that Everton game. So let's just look at that whole table in case you guys are supporting teams that are less likely to get that top spot. So we got Leicester, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, Newcastle, Everton, which is meant, even Tottenham is not doing too well. 4 defeats from their opening 8 games. And we've got Southampton, kind of mid-table-ish, still fine. And the relegation candidates as the table stands is Burnley, Sheffield United, and Bournemouth. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I did. I'll be surely to bring out more of this series in the coming days as well. I've got some deadlines coming up for some assignments, so that's going to be a bit tough to juggle, but I'll try my best. I'll probably have to pre-record maybe like 3 videos in a day and upload them evenly, like probably once a day. And I also have Chelsea videos coming up as well, guys. So until next time, guys, peace.